How is it going, everyone? Welcome to more Shift 2 Unleash. And today I want to do, well, and I don't know if I should say I want to, but I need to, if I want to reach 100%, finish the Legends and the Muscle categories, which I'm not a fan of either, and in fact I don't know if I can actually finish them today, but yeah, for Muscle at least there's only one event that shouldn't be long or hard to do, and then you have Legends that unfortunately they are not hard, but they are definitely long. So starting with this Legend Continent Tours, the problem is that it's 4 races and 3 of those 4, right? So basically 12 races in total, and not particularly short either, not to mention that you do it with slow as cars. So what are you allowed to use here? Hold up, let me go to the car lot, because you know there was a Porsche the other day that was clearly superior than everything else. And something interesting that I only realized now, that if you press right you can actually change the car. I don't know why it took me so long to notice that, but I guess it did. So wait, this Porsche is a lot better than, well, not better than the well, it is better than the Shower, not by a lot, but yeah, I might as well get the Porsche, right? Seems like a no-brainer. But wait, hold up, let me change the paint. It looks a little bit lame like that. Visuals. Oh, that one looks cool. I think I'll go for this one. That one actually looks pretty cool. Alright, so I hope at least the races are not, or the tracks rather, are not that long. Because this one is in Ebisu, it's supposed to be like a short track, right? I hope, I think it is.
Okay, man, keep focused on the lights.
Well, tell the game to focus on the camera, because it certainly is. And well, speaking of camera, obviously you still won't see any camera yet, but it's fine.
Go, come on, that's the green light.
It is what it is. I could have used the Ford GT here, but wait, that was a cut. But I want these races to be over as fast as possible. I don't know if the Ford GT is faster than this Porsche though, because maybe it is and I just made a mistake, but I don't know. This is, by the way, a very irregular track when it comes to the terrain. It goes up and down a lot. Maybe this Porsche cannot really do that much here. I'm trying to remember how the Ford GT's performance was, but uh-oh, that was also a god. Alright, next one will be a disqualification, so try not to cut if it's possible. Would be nice. Well, to be fair, there is a Porsche in second place, and it seems that the Ford GT that is in first is kinda blocking him, so it's possible that this Porsche is the best one for this. At least it's what it looks like, right? What's for sure is that I am not the best one for this. These guys are quite far. Though right now, aside from winning, my priority is also not accumulating any more track cuts. Well, accumulating, no, I mean just getting one more is you're out. Well, considering that these are supposed to be series, I do want... Oh, whew, okay, that wasn't a cut, thankfully. Considering that these are series, I wonder if the next ones will make me start on first place, because that would be nice. Sorry. Sorry, Ford GT, my bad. It really feels like this game shields Porsche at every opportunity, right? It feels like it's the best option in most categories. Like, I'm pretty sure that if Porsche was American, they will put it on the muscle car. Well, obviously, I guess, but I mean, the only reason why it's not in the muscle car category is because it's not American, because they will put it there too. If they could. I said it a long time ago that Porsche is essentially the flagship brand of Need for Speed, for being one of the few arcade games that actually has the brand. Oh, and do you know that Porsche also has a Twitch channel? Like they like live stream actual races in the cockpit of an actual Porsche car. For what I've seen, it's mostly they use Le Mans prototypes, or rather what I mean is that they retransmit the Le Mans prototype races. Tends to be IMSA, like the category that they participate on. It's nice. I guess it's the closest that you will get to someone streaming a real race from their perspective. Just that obviously the driver doesn't talk or anything like that. So not quite the same experience you will get from a streamer, but I guess if you like races, it's a good way to see it, to experience it, right? Because otherwise, usually you should see the races from very far away, right? Like obviously, like you have the cameras pointing from afar at the cars, but they don't really feel very personal. Well, there they do, because you're from their perspective. That being said, it's not like you see much and you don't really have like that much context of the race itself, since there is no UI showing positions or anything like that. I guess if you just want to, as I say, experience a real life race from the perspective of a driver, it's a cool thing to do, since those things don't tend to be that common.
We won! Good job, man! Nice drive!
Yeah, this car looks very pretty, honestly. I mean, it's the classical Porsche 911, right? Yeah, it even has the Carrera name. Hold up, let me see what my camera is up to. Oh, nothing. Well, I activated it, so at any time it could show up. There could be a jump scare of my camera showing up. Yeah, I don't know. Could be or could not be. It's always funny. It's like a side thing. You know that a lot of streamers have like
Green! Nail that first corner! Come on!
they have a secondary camera that, you know, points to their pets, for example, or they have like a mobile game on the side or some shit like that. Well, in my case, it's gonna be my own camera, I guess. That's the side thing, just that you never know when it's gonna work, you know? That's pretty sad. Yeah, it's fine. Also, we're in Suzuka Circuit. I wasn't expecting that. It's like one of the variants. I wonder if Suzuka Circuit was always the same, or if it had changes. Like maybe before, Suzuka was a way smaller track, like maybe the full track was this variant. I don't know, could be. It seems that what this Porsche has that can compete against the other cars is not precisely being super fast or having amazing handling or amazing acceleration. Seems to be that it has amazing brakes. Like for what I remember, the Ford GT that is on second place right now, and most likely the other guy that is in first, I think those guys need to brake super early, and more so than the AI usually does, because I mean the AI always brakes super early in this game, but like I used that Ford GT and I had to brake very early. So I think that that's what this Porsche has as an advantage. But if I want to reach that guy in first place, I need to do better. Because right now he definitely showing some distance. At least the good thing is that Ebisu track was very short. And this track is also short and surprisingly only 3 laps to go. But yeah, I could easily lose this if I don't reach this guy. And I should not take his braking as a reference. This guy definitely needs to brake a lot more than I have to. Alright. You only have 1 lap to overtake this guy. In the chicane. Yeah. So good resistance from the outside. Very well done. And in fact, if it wasn't for the fact that I was quite dirty on the overtake, he would have resisted properly on the outside. I mean, good for you. Yeah. I need to win this. It's very important. So you know that so far, even though I won almost every race, there is only 1 race I didn't manage to win. It's a race in Nürburgring Nordschleife. I don't remember exactly in which category, but I don't know if I'm gonna retry it, because I don't think, if my idea is beating the game tomorrow, like finishing with everything that I have, I don't think that there will be any extra time to do that. So probably not a good idea. But yeah, we will see. So surprisingly here, not any Porsche. I mean, aside from me, obviously, no one else. So did my camera get lit? No, it's dead. It's as good as dead. Damn it. Well, we're still in Chapin here. Well, actually, hold up. I think that that's the point. All these tracks in this specific series is supposed to be from Chapin. We have Ebisu, Suzuka Circuit, and now this one in Tokyo.
Go, come on, that's the green light.
Alright. I guess I really have to watch out those guys. Those ruthless cars. Ah, shit. Yeah, that wasn't good. Also, something tells me that back then they didn't have those advertisements. That clothing is very modern. Oof, amazing corner. A shame about that, but aside from that, it was very well done. Yeah, that one wasn't, however. Oh, what is that smoke? It's like someone left something on the track. Alright. So my only problem right now is that guy, same guy as the previous race. So that will be the guy to beat. As you can tell, his biggest issue is braking. Any corner that has, well, that is slow will have him fall behind. He just simply has a very good regular speed. Like when straights come, that's when he shines, but not anywhere else. I'm surprised that this car that I'm using right now is considered I mean, yeah, I guess you can say it's legendary, but is it that old? It simply goes with what I always say, that Porsche cars always look the same. But yeah, a lot of modern Porsche cars look almost exactly like this one. Not to mention they have the same name, the Porsche 911. Right, so apparently this is where the guy behind me loses the most amount of time. In fact, I barely need to brake myself to do that corner, but this guy needs to brake a lot. Well, should have gotten a Porsche. We are Porsche shields in this stream, I guess. I wonder how luxury brands like Porsche are gonna look like if an oil shortage actually happens. Like, who are you gonna sell that stuff to? Because they are already luxury brands in themselves, right? Like, not many people, or almost nobody at all, can access to these cars. But yeah, now it's even less, because if any car gets used, it will probably be, you know, things like pickup trucks or super cheap cars like the Volkswagen Golf or whatever, right? Like, I think that, well, for what I understand, the industry of luxury cars, it's kinda dying already without, you know, the oil shortage at its fullest. I don't know though. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass, but I think simply comparing the output that you know existed like 15 or more years ago when it comes to luxury cars compared to today, I think that there are a lot less luxury cars coming out. Then again, it also depends on what you call a luxury car.
We won! Good job, man.
Depends on how wealthy you are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's safe to assume that every car that has the Porsche brand is by definition a luxury brand. Okay, scratch the fact that it was supposed to be Japan. This is Mount Panorama. This is Australia. Alright. I mean, sure, but
That's the green. Come on,
I'm
nail
not
this
sure
one.
how this is related to the series that we're currently in. Trying to figure it out, but I'm not very sure. Like, we have 3 races all in Japan, and then suddenly nighttime Mount Panorama. Okay. Oh, the 4GT has a higher top speed. Well, and Mount Panorama is a track that does have some very long straights, so here maybe I will benefit more from using a 4GT. I mean, I already have it, so wouldn't be a problem to just select it. Oof, close. Still not in the podium. There are 3 guys ahead. I think that they are all Ford GT, right? So at least there shouldn't be any surprise. Oof. Keep in mind that overtaking... Okay, nice. That was a good overtake. If possible, you want to not overtake there. Oh, actually, the guy on the front is the other old-ass car. Well, the problem is that this long-ass straight, I'm gonna get left behind very easily. I think at least the first place will need to probably brake. Yeah, you can already see the lights, the braking lights on this, like, non-corner. And then comes the chicane. Asshole. Okay. I'm not sure if I can reach them, really. As much as I would like to. They seem quite far away already. At least I'm in 3rd place, but it's only 2 laps. Yeah, the issue are the straights. The straights really kill me here. This guy will try to overtake again. I'm just gonna block. Oh, never mind. I guess I'm not blocking him. I should have done a better show at blocking, but it's fine. He didn't overtake. But can I reach those guys? And even if I do reach them and I get first, I will have to start blocking them. And it's so frustrating seeing them go away like this and not being able to do anything. Need to overtake this guy as soon as possible. No, come on. Damn it, that sucks. I mean, I could skip the chicane there, but I don't think that gives me that much of an advantage considering it's all sand. Wow, that was very good, but yeah, here I don't think I can reach this guy. I could try skipping the final chicane. I think that's the only way I could manage to hit this guy. And keep in mind, these guys will try to block. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, this guy I will have to skip the chicane. Will be the only way. Well, and even then he's still ahead. Well, final dive on this corner then. Yeah, see, that wasn't a very legal win, but I'll take it. At least no time wasted, that's what matters. Considering that the Porsche here had a clear disadvantage, I don't feel guilty. Allow me to not feel guilty. Alright, so there's that. And then we have Alpental Circuit. Should I switch to a Ford GT? I guess I'll keep this one, just in case. And I mean, I could switch at any time if I so wanted it, you know? Not like that's an issue.
Green, good luck!
Who's that the... sorry, that was a fellow Porsche. Well, the problem is, you kinda have to get out of the way, you know? That will be nice.
Get ready for the green. Keep focused and fight hard.
No, it's fine. That was my bad. Should have gone there better.
Go, go, come on, that's the green light.
So the two of you are like doing a collective effort to block me, you know? And there are 6 laps here. This is a very short track at least, but... yeah. So I guess actually if I wanted to finish these tracks faster, I probably should have gone with the Ford GT. Got the little bonus. Corner mastered. Yeah, this one is probably not gonna happen. The longer the corner, the harder it is for the game to detect it as master, because obviously you have to follow an even longer racing line, so the chances of not getting there are higher. That was bad. Surprisingly, the guy behind me, I still think it's the Porsche, so as long as they are not long straights, this car seems to be the best choice. But I wonder how I will be able to handle the Ford GT in tracks like this. Because the AI always exaggerates the corners, but I don't think I do, you know? Theoretically, that's the optimal racing line, but the game disagrees. The game does not agree with me on that one. Now it really would be ideal if I managed to completely finish both Legends and Muscle today. It will be perfect. Yeah, I really don't know how much time these races could take. Assuming that each one takes 5 minutes, and it seems that so far they are around that time, 5 minutes, maybe sometimes a little bit less, but if it were 5 minutes, it will be 5 times 12 is, well, an hour. So basically this particular group of events takes an hour. And the next one will also take a long time, because I remember that they are also quite long. Still should happen today though. I hope it does happen today. Okay, that one counted as master, so I actually, well, managed to master this track. Pretty nice. Yeah, I'm also here getting a very big advantage compared to everyone else as well. We already learned, especially yesterday, we learned that the AI's consistency is extremely erratic. Some tracks they do it very well and some others not so much. So I guess this is one of those tracks where they don't drive pretty well at all. Yeah, I guess it was. It was a win, that's for sure. So what about my camera, by the way? No, my camera is still dead. Though I think that if I hit the camera, it kinda wanted to show up, but... No, it seems that it's dead. Like, I'm hitting it right now, but no. Damn it. Every time that I think that I find a pattern, I actually don't. It's fine.
Get ready for the green. Keep focused and fight hard.
Well, this is the chicane. Oh, this... Okay. This is a track that I probably will have to switch to the Ford GT. It is a track that is essentially a collection of straights with chicanes sprinkled in here and there. Well, maybe the chicanes are something that the Ford GT doesn't do well at all, could be. But yeah, then you have straights like this. Like this is a very long straight. And you can see the insane difference here. Okay. No, damn it. Stupid ass grass. I should have overtaken him there. Okay. That's fine, it will happen. Though I wonder here if they need to brake for this one. Yeah, they do. Well, do I need to brake? Oh, it's... Keep forgetting this chicane because the check mark on the minimap keeps blocking me. Well, it keeps blocking it. Keeps blocking the corner. This guy now will attempt an overtake. And I'm assuming that back then, like in the 70s, like that sort of brand loyalty was definitely a thing, right? In the sense that if you saw a Ford and a Porsche compete, I would be pretty sure that the Americans would cheer for whoever was driving the Ford. Probably. At least the good thing is that this car handles like a modern car, which is basically the biggest criticism that I have towards the legend and muscle categories, that they are all very annoying to drive cars, but this one just feels good. It's only lacking on speed, but yeah, that's fine. Though, I don't know, when I went to garage with this car equipped, wasn't the option for upgrades actually available? Unlike with the majority of the cars in Legends? Because if that's the case, I will actually upgrade it to make it go faster. Not for any other reason than being able to finish the races earlier, right? That seems like a good enough reason to me. Though that also will probably mean that the opponents will get faster as well. But I'm pretty sure that, for example, the Ford GT does not have any way of doing upgrades. Oh, it's insane how many times I did this track and I still cannot get the best line bonus. It's just one of those where the best line seems to not be very well done at all. Like, it's not really that best as it's advertised. Oh, I did get it there, nice.
Amazing driving out there, man. Amazing.
That's another track being mastered, nice. I guess I just had to complain about it. Oh, Donington, finally. Been a long time since I seen you. This game doesn't really want to use you too much, Mr. Donington. Yeah, I guess. We're going now. Still trying to figure out what these tracks have in common, but I don't think they have. Maybe these are all tracks that existed in the 70s, like that's what they have in common. But I mean, doesn't that apply to the majority of tracks anyways? Like, I guess with the exception of stuff like Abu Dhabi, you know, Yas Marina, I think Red Bull Ring as well, but like, the majority of tracks that you see are tracks that already existed back then. Ah, fuck me. This isn't looking very positive right now, I gotta say. Well, at least in case of an emergency we can always skip the chicane, I guess. Only a couple times, of course, but that seems good enough. Surprised the Ford GT can do these corners at almost full speed. That wasn't very good. I needed to overtake in one way or another. Yeah, this distance is certainly looking quite bad. I guess skipping the chicane is the only way here to win this attempt, at least. I mean, this so far has I played very badly so far on this race. Well, we will see. Just that this is the same distance as before, you know. At least I'm on slipstream. I'm surprised that this Porsche ahead of me is able to stay with the 4. At least I didn't step into the sand this time. And there's also one more lap after this, so I guess we should be fine. I don't know why this Porsche is going off track so much. Come on, dude. I won't overtake here simply because he's faster. I guess I'll overtake here then. Okay. So in this whole section it's kind of a matter of blocking. He will most likely get close to me. Well, especially if I do that. I can already hear his engine very close. Yeah, blocking is the only thing you can do here. That was caused by me. That disaster back there. That was my doing. Unwillingly, it just happened because it had to happen. This guy, I shouldn't worry about that because he will brake a lot earlier. Okay. Well, at least that was a victory. I'm thinking that if my objective was finishing these races fast,
Great job, my man. Great job.
I should have gone with the Porsche team. It's fine though. I don't mind. Oh, and then the other Belgium truck. Well, at least all of these trucks, if I were to use the Ford GT, they will be a pain in the ass to navigate through those chicanes, so I guess I shouldn't complain.
Green, good luck.
Oh. That was a great start. Very, very great start. Considering that there are 3 chicanes in total, I think that there will be more than enough time to simply overtake everyone. The one in first place, it's a Ford GT, which at this point I guess it's the most common thing to happen. That, by the way, didn't count as a cut. The issue now is that those 2 guys are kinda completely out of my reach. Well, no, if I do this, they aren't. Well, those are the only cuts that I'm allowed to do, obviously. But yeah, I think that those 2 cuts are all I need. Because now I'm close enough to simply overtake them normally. Yeah, don't do that at home. It's very rude for your competitors to do that. Yeah, don't worry, my competitors are AIs. They cannot get offended. Do you know, I think that there is an AI in like Gran Turismo 7 I think they call her Sophie or some shit like that. It's supposed to be an AI that, you know, tries to be more natural in the way it behaves, tries to mimic what a real driver will do. And I think that depending on what you do, like the AI gives you emotes, which is pretty funny. So like if you're dirty and you like crash against them, like it emotes like an angry face or something like that. Or at least that's what I remember seeing. Maybe I got baited, but I think it works like that. And Gran Turismo 7 is a game that I don't think it's very good compared to the previous ones, but I am definitely curious to play it. But I need to play 5 and 6 on stream first. I did already play those games on an actual real console before, but not on stream. Gran Turismo is a series that I can say that I own almost every main game. The only exception being 3, and well, I guess 7. Though 7 I do plan on buying it when I get there. Even if it might not be that good of an idea, because as I say, it's, for what I understand, an inferior game to both 5 and 6. But hey, I mean, it's still a Gran Turismo game, you know? They are always nice for me. For people that like that sort of stuff, obviously. And I like it. I mean, I guess that's also a reason why you're seeing me go for 100% with this game, because it's a very similar experience, a little bit more hardcore, and if anything, it's a better comparison to Forza. But since I only played one Forza game and not even the full version, I cannot really draw that many comparisons with Forza, but yeah, I do know that this game pretty much plays like Forza. But yeah, Forza and Gran Turismo are kind of like two extremely similar games, you know? At least in terms of how they present the game. In terms of gameplay, not really. Forza tries to, like, I mean, they are both simcades, but I feel like Forza is a little bit more hardcore. No, don't skip it. We're gonna get DQ'd, and you don't wanna get DQ'd. That's bad. But that went well. Though pretty wild about the way the DQ logic works in this game, you know? Very, very wild.
We won, yeah!
Yeah. Yeah, we won in the... Alright. Yeah, 2 tracks master, and then there is this one. Let me check the camera again. No, the camera is still there. I'm actually surprised about that. Maybe if I, like, try to reset it like this, will you show up? No. No, let it die, bro. It's fine. Sometimes you just need to let things go. You need to know how to say goodbye. And that's one of those cases. It's alright. I mean, I did accept the fact that the camera is pretty much done for, since I already purchased the replacement, but I would at least like for it to show a static image. But it doesn't feel like it wants to do that right now. It doesn't feel like it. That was pretty good. Oh, Oh, he's back. It's fine. For a truck like this, the Porsche should be able to be the fastest one. It's a truck with a lot of annoying corners. Well, not to mention a very funny bump. How will you deal with the bump, Mr. Porsche? Well, we're about to find out. Is this one? Nah, you're fine. I'm pretty sure the other ones will break more. And especially on the final section with like those super weird ass corners, this Porsche is the one that is clearly gonna be the fastest one. Yeah, like doing these corners with a car that doesn't handle well will be such a massive pain in the ass. Oh, and I even mastered one of the corners, nice. I definitely do not expect to master this track. Not very interested either. I mean, it's not even a track I like, you know. So the guy behind is actually following quite closely. It's another one of the old guys. I keep forgetting what model that's supposed to be. Well, what model and what brand, because I mean the model is whatever. Like the brand I still don't remember. Like, is it the Shower? Or is it another one? Maybe it's another one. I'm surprised by how close that guy is. It's not the only one of its kind in this race, and yet it's following super closely. I mean, not as close as it will need to be for it to be a problem, but I will say close enough. At least I'm mastering corners. That's always nice. Another thing that is not gonna happen is the best line. But yeah, see, that's the thing, he's so extremely close to me. Well, in fact, he's the one that has the fastest lap. He's certainly going very fast. I'm surprised. I thought that a car like that wouldn't do that well here. I guess I got proven wrong, but yeah, I do wonder what everyone else is doing then, because he seems to be far ahead of everyone else by a lot. You don't even see them on the minimap. Yeah, I don't know where the... okay, there is the third place, but yeah. Considering that there was another one... well, it's very possible that the one that had the same model most likely crashed. Like, that's the most likely scenario. Okay. It wasn't the crashing victory I thought it was gonna be, but it's a victory regardless.
We won, yeah!
Okay, let me see how that car is called, so I can insult it properly. Oh, it's a Shelby, so it's a Ford. Okay. Well, Laguna Seca. Well, at least Laguna Seca, again, it's another one of the trucks that I'm glad I'm using this car for. So otherwise it will be quite a disaster.
Green light!
Laguna Seca is also a track that, aside from the main straight, it doesn't really have very long straight, so these guys shouldn't really have that much of an advantage over me, or rather, they don't have any advantage over me. Oof. I wonder how much they will need to brake on the corner that comes after this. That is normally a very, very fast corner, but I don't think these guys can do it at full speed. Probably I cannot do it either. You know, I cannot do it either, but they definitely cannot. Also, how is it going, Wasabi? It feels like the green light appears earlier sometimes, right? I thought I was going crazy, especially in the drag races, but it might be the case. I mean, I guess that, I don't know how it is in real competitions, but I guess that's part of the idea, to basically test how ready you are, since you don't know exactly when it's gonna start. So you don't really start, like, you know, you don't time the acceleration, but rather you react to it. But I don't know if in real life it's also like that, like random or not. Maybe. It's a good observation. Oh, that was bad. Oh, it wasn't a skip, nice. In my case, it obviously doesn't make a difference because it's just a matter of holding the accelerator, you know. Though, as I always say, if it was real life, then yes, obviously it will, it will be something you will worry about, because it's not like there is something that is locking the cars, and when the countdown goes to 0, they magically get enabled. You will have to do that yourself, obviously. So yeah, at that point, it's not that easy. Just as it's not that easy to reach this guy. I've been chasing him for a while and yet he's still ahead. But this is the same guy as the previous race. You can tell that every competitor is super far behind, but not this guy. This guy is leading by quite a lot. Though my lap time is not that much worse than his. But yeah, it's still worse. No, not like that. Come on. I promise that in Laguna Seca I don't think there's any corner that I can completely skip to easily win. I mean, you cannot really skip the corkscrew. That's a bad idea. Yeah, see, for example, a cut like that did not give me any advantage at all. Fuck, that sucks. Damn it. Shit. I don't want to waste time on restarts, you know? I want to be done with these events as soon as possible, but they wouldn't be allowing me right now. Alright, I think I'm just gonna try to take this guy out. Like, I'm done trying to compete in a clean way. Well, not like I was very interested in the first place on being clean, but not like I was even attempting. Yeah, but I don't know why it's precisely him, the only one that is faster. Because the other guys are using the same car, but look at how, fuck me, how effortlessly he overtakes them. Alright.
Hold your position position off the line, don't let anyone pass. I'll call the green.
I think I'm just gonna murder him on the first corner just to get rid of him. I don't wanna deal with him. I don't want him to slow me down.
That's the green light. Go, go, go.
I mean, slow me down in my objective of beating all the events, of course. Yeah, I think that you're gonna die. Sorry. Oh wow, that was a double kill. Well, the issue is that... Okay, yeah, we did a restart. Well, restart, no, a respawn. So, I should have done it earlier, but with that guy out of the way, I feel like I can actually... Well, he's not really out of the way, he's still there. Just that I am ahead of him, but... I think that I should be able to overtake these guys. Because these guys are nowhere near as fast as him. It should be possible. But that also tells you that, like, that car, I don't know if it's allowed to have upgrades, but I gotta assume that it's a situation like that, right? Because we've seen the same model here and we've seen him overtake them all like it's nothing. So unless you tell me that that specific AI for whatever reason is much stronger than everyone else, there's something fishy going on here. Oh well. At least, as I say, I should be able to win this. There are 4 laps in total after all, so... Yeah, these guys still show that they are stronger on... well, stronger, faster on straights. But yeah, that's not gonna help you. But the question is if I can reach the other one. I feel like I'm at the same distance here as I was in the previous lap. Like, I didn't really gain anything. You had to get in my fucking way, didn't you? Alright. Let's go to the muscle one. I need to refresh my mind a little bit here. Well, the muscle one, I already know what I'm gonna pick. Like, thankfully here... Yeah, the choice is this DLC thing, because I want to be done with muscle cars as soon as possible. And yes, this car, believe it or not, despite how old it looks, it's way better than any little shit you're seeing on the track right now. It's essentially a cheat car. And normally I wouldn't use it, but I just want to be done with muscle cars. And like, the other car that I have, the Ford Mustang, is not very nice to drive at all. So this car certainly is a lot... Oh, fuck me, well, whatever, yeah, skip that. I don't care. This car is very wild. Like, it goes pretty fast, as you can tell. It has an insane acceleration on top of the fact that it reaches 300 kilometers per hour. But yeah, it's also the fact that like, a car like this is not supposed to go that fast, so when you try to steer, you can kinda tell that the car is not very happy about it. Okay, nice, pretty cool of that Corvette. Yeah, and that's the final warning, but that one wasn't even my fault. God damn it, dude, we cannot have nice things with the remaining categories.
Last win was amazing.
No, I didn't pause. Well, I mean, I did pause, it's just that I don't know why my brain decided to do that. I guess it's because it wants to skip the intro, but you cannot do that, you know?
Green, good luck.
So can these shitty ass Corvettes not push me out of the track? I mean, I know that I do that all the time, but yeah, here considering that I'm the old guy, like I'm using a very old car, you should respect your elders, you know? Okay, that guy will be forced to do it, but I'm actually kind of struggling here. Like, this car is a lot crazier to drive than I was expecting. And I did use it already, it's just that I guess I got very used to driving the Porsche in the Legends category, that I kind of forgot how it is to drive something harder, because this thing is way harder to drive. Despite, well, I shouldn't say despite the fact that it's faster, because I mean it is faster and it's why it's harder to drive. If it was slower, it wouldn't be that hard. That was a clean lap, really. Okay, there's something weird about the Corvettes. Why is every Corvette trying to kill me? Like, what's wrong with you? Are you jealous or something? Though, to be fair, most of my opponents here are Corvettes, so saying that every Corvette is trying to kill me is more like every opponent is trying to kill me. That's fine. Yeah, even trying to brake while I'm going on a straight line is not easy with this thing. Like, driving this really feels like you're driving that you're mounting a bull and it's completely out of control. You're trying to tame it, but you can't. I guess it also doesn't help that a track like this is very short and very well, like, has a lot of corners. Also, I didn't check how many races there are here. How many are they? Like, is this a single tournament with multiple races, or are they individual? I did not check. I don't know what it is, but I hope it's over today. I mean, it should. It's not as long as the Legends ones, I'm pretty sure. If anything, it's the Legends ones that will very easily not be over today. That works.
We won, yeah!
Yeah, please tell me. Well, it's not gonna tell me right here. It's a series. Oh, and it's all supposed to be in this Dakota track. Okay.
Last win was amazing. Keep it up.
In that case, yeah, I think this is a single tournament with all the variants of the Dakota track, and the final one is probably gonna be the full track.
Green, good luck.
The full track at night time, if I had to guess. Because yeah, that's what I remember the name of the competition being, right? Like Dakota something something. Yeah, that's certainly not the optimal racing line, I can guarantee you that. It is yet again another short track, so But I do remember trying the previous race with the Ford Mustang and I was like, no dude, this this fucking sucks. It's just that with this thing, like with the Mustang, the issue that I had is that it basically understeers everything, but this thing oversteers everything. Like it's just like you are more time drifting than simply accelerating forward. Like even on straights you drift. Really? Well, at least there are enough laps to overtake this guy, but the issue is that that's assuming I don't make another big mistake, and with this car anything is possible. You know that I thought it was gonna be a lot free to just pick this car and obliterate everyone, but no, it is not. There will be some fight left in this, guys. It's okay. Yeah, originally the only reason why I started using this car, because every car that is a speed hunter, I don't like the idea of using it. But the AI started using it first, and not only that, it completely kicked my ass as well, you know, because it's clearly, I mean, I think they use it on the oval, and it's essentially unbeatable on the oval if you use any other sort of muscle car. I don't think, yeah, it was a muscle car competition. Not sure if I was using the Mustang, I think I was. And the Mustang was doing well, it was beating everyone else except this guy. And it is as expected, this car is busted when it comes to... okay. When it comes to the speed it has. Just that it's extremely hard to control, that's something that in an oval is not that important, right? Okay, that at least worked, but that was a close race.
Feels good to be a winner, doesn't it?
That was a pretty close race. Okay, come on. Bring me... yeah, I hope this is the last one.
Okay, you're starting on the oval, then moving into some tricky corners. Take turn 3 too wide, and you'll go off course.
Right now,
You're
it is full night time.
So watch the other cars.
And the guy was still talking there for some reason. Ah, shit. This track on nighttime is a little bit evil. It was bound to happen. Well, the interesting thing is that the previous track, which I mean it's the same one but in a different variant, but the point is that it was at dusk, but I could see so little that it might as well have been nighttime. Oof. Okay. There are 4 laps in here. The biggest issue is the transition between oval and the road part here. That's the hardest part. Especially with no lights, right? Like, with almost null visibility. I do like how basically all my opponents are Corvettes, and that's because in this muscle car category the best car is very clearly the Corvette, because I mean this is a modern car. It's muscle simply because the old Corvettes were considered muscle cars, but I mean this is essentially a modern car that drives like one and it's as fast as one, so when you compare it to the rest of the cars that are in the muscle category, it tends to be very brutal mogging. Okay, you fully deserve that. Like, no one is more deserving of that than you. Like, I'm glad you actually got fucked, you sack of shit. Hey, there is this one as well. And there is one more lap. But man, I'm really struggling to control this car. I really came here expecting this was gonna be free, and it is not free whatsoever. Oof, okay, I almost lost control there. Like, that drift was extremely dangerous. I really almost lost control. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy overtakes around here, but come on, you gotta hold on just a little bit more and you will be free. You will be free, I swear you will be free. Mr. Those Challenger Speed Hunters. There you go. Nice. Muscle is finally done.
Excellent stuff. That was a great win.
Muscle category is finally done for. I don't have to see these cars ever again. Beautiful. Whew. Okay. So yeah, we're done with muscle. So now back to Legends, I guess. But before I go back to Legends, I kinda wanna see, like, cannot I upgrade the Porsche? So I feel like it should be the right call here, but it seems like, yeah, you do have some upgrades to do. So I'll try one more time without upgrade. I want to be taken to the limit. If I get really pissed off, I will.
I'll call the green. Get ready to push hard.
I think mostly because of that Ford Cobra. Like, that guy being so clearly faster than everyone else feels like it was an abuse.
Go, go, come on, that's the green light.
So right now there is a Ford Cobra on the lead. I don't know if it's gonna be as fast as the other one. We will see. So yeah, I guess not all of the cars in this Legends category are unupgradable. I guess this one is very clearly upgradable. Also, you know, it seems that at least this guy in front of me is not as fast as the one in the previous attempt, but it's pretty possible that that guy is still here, just in a different starting position, so we will see him eventually. Like, he's not out yet. Okay, at least I took the lead. I'm not seeing it. Like, I'm not seeing any Ford Cobra yet. Like, all of the guys behind are Ford GTs and Porsches. So, if he is here, I guess I gotta... Okay. Don't step on the dirt. It's a bad idea. I was about to say, even if he's here, he's probably gonna get delayed by everyone else so much that it's not really gonna matter. What will matter is this straights. Though, okay, we have Porsches behind me, so they shouldn't be able to overtake here. The other ones are getting kinda close though, but the Porsches are not gonna overtake. That's something that I'm sure of. And this Cobra is back. And this Cobra might be as fast as the one in the previous attempt. I hope not, but he's certainly looking like it for him to be already this close. The problem is that at that point I have to worry about blocking every attempt of his or taking him out, but usually that doesn't come for free. As much as it would be nice. You know, the biggest worry here is the main straight. That's when this guy will obviously try to overtake. So you gotta block there. Ah shit, that was very bad. Well, actually he overtook before that. That's a problem. I could try taking him out like I did in that previous attempt, but no, at that point if I tried taking him out I probably wouldn't have reached him. And the issue here is that he will keep getting further and further. Like, at this point I don't think it's possible to overtake him anymore. We will see though. Maybe I'm just being overly pessimistic. But judging by what the other guy was doing, I feel like I'm very justified in being pessimistic here. Well, he will break a lot on the corkscrew, that's for sure. Not as much as I would have liked, though. Then there is the final corner, but I think that if I want any chance here, I gotta take him out on the first corner or somewhere like that, because this ain't gonna work. You know, on the first corner, that's the issue. I can't. He's way too far. It's not gonna work out. But I'm clearly not reaching him otherwise. I mean, I could go full speed on the corkscrew and fuck him up. That's the closest I'm gonna get to him, but I will have to respawn immediately if I do that. Okay, you ask for it. You ask for it. You only have yourself to blame. Upgrades. Yeah, upgrade absolutely everything there is to upgrade. I don't know what it say there, but I don't care. It said something like a warning, but I don't give a fuck. Yeah, install everything. Wait, there was another category here. There you go. Oh, body kit you don't have. You do have weight reduction. Don't have nitro. You cannot turn this into a works conversion. Alright, I'm not sure if this is gonna help, but I really don't want to deal with those assholes like that, so let's see how you handle me now. Let's see if you are so fast now. I mean, maybe you are. I'll like you to show me, though. Here there are other cars that are showing up instead. That car to the right, that's one that I haven't seen before. Oh, Okay, that's pretty interesting. Like, the acceleration of this car is a lot better, but the issue that it has is that it reaches the top speed immediately. So essentially, anytime there's gonna be a straight, that's as fast as you're gonna go. Why did you have to step on the sand? God damn it. Maybe that's what the warning was telling me. Like, hey moron, you're gonna... No, it's fine. Don't pay attention to warnings, they just want to see you fail. It's fine. But realistically there, I'm pretty sure that the engine will just blow up, you know? Damn, I can't believe I lost so much time in this stupid ass race. I guess it had to be Laguna Seca after all. The culprit. I could also simply have tried the Ford GT, but pretty sure the Ford GT will struggle so much in the corners that it wouldn't be worth it. So this thing will only reach like this 200 kilometers per hour and not more. I mean, you cannot ask the engine miracles, you know. And one thing that I notice here is that it's like, it's drifting a lot more. Like, it's not as stable as before, but yeah, the acceleration is doing very well. It was that stupid ass Ford Cobra that forced me to do it. I didn't want to, but you just had to make me do it. You could not help yourself. Okay, come on, the sooner we're done with this, the better. We just need this to be over, no matter what. And it kind of hurts to hear the car do that, right? Like, she's just struggling like that. Like, it wants to go faster, but there's nothing to do, you know? Can only go that fast. Oh well. I also wonder why they gave Laguna Seca 4 laps. Seems like it's a bit much compared to the other tracks in this one. Oh well. At least here the victory is certainly guaranteed. I do wonder who are gonna be the second and third place, if it's other Porsches, because these are most likely upgraded, probably. wonder how this thing will work in a drag race, because I don't know if it needs to go beyond 200 kilometers per hour with how fast it reaches it. Maybe it does. Like, I mean, I don't think it will be better than the Porsche Spider, but I wonder if it could at least win one of them. Would be nice. Okay. Now at least we're finally done with this fucking race, dude. Can't believe it took that long.
Wow, you really showed them out there. That's P1, we're the winners.
Also, you know that I haven't checked the camera in a while. What does my camera have to say about this? Nothing, damn, it's still dead. Nice. Well, as you wish. 3 laps on Willow Springs, that should be fine.
Track, but you can handle it. Come on, focus.
Yeah, in fact, that's the weird part. Willow Springs and Laguna Seca seem like they are around the same length. So why do you give 4 on one and 3 on the other one?
Green, that's a green light.
So what car is the one there? Maybe that's another Ford Shelby. Like, are they all, like, supposed to be ugly? Because, you know, I'm not a fan of the way Porsche looks, but compared to that car, it might as well be the most beautiful thing in the universe. Doesn't seem like it's gonna matter too much, though. Oh yeah, this is the part where protect your ears. Do you know that I actually decreased the volume in OBS for the desktop, well, the desktop, the system audio, right? But it seems that the engine in this game is very loud. In these long ass straights, you're gonna hear it max out like that constantly. It's fine. Shame about the end of the corner there, because that looked like a pretty sweet drift. So here, as you can tell, the lap is basically 1.5 meters, just like Laguna Seca, so I don't really understand the fixation on this one being 3 laps or the previous one 4. Like, at that point, make both of them 3 laps, you know? It's what will make sense. Really feels like the engine is gonna blow up at any point. Oops. Don't worry. After this corner, the engine torture is over. Though I don't know what's the next race gonna be, because depending on what the next race is, it could still have some torture. I'll tell you when I see what track it is, if it's gonna be like this or not.
We won! Good job, man! Nice try!
Will it be like this or not? I wonder. It will, yes. It will. Road America has
deep breath, focus, get ready. You can win this.
quite some corners, you know. Well, sorry, I meant to say quite some straights. The corners are not a big deal. At least it's only 2 laps.
That's the green. Come on, nail this
That
one.
makes it even more suspicious that Laguna Seca was 4. Like, it makes no sense. The question is if I'll be able to win this, because the straights on Laguna Seca, on Road America are very long. And if you cannot go faster than this, you're kinda gonna suffer. On the right side, at least, the corners will help you. And the slipstream allows you to go slightly faster. Not as fast as that, that's for sure. That guy is on another level. Maybe I might need another one for this. I mean, I could just get that coverage, just that I'm pretty sure that the car is absolute shit to drive. It's just that it's very fast. Oh, that was sand. I thought it was asphalt. That sucks. Oh, wow, nice. Alright. I'll leave this one for last because it's a little bit too frustrating right now. So, I kind of want to check what the...
Matt Powers has entered the competition in a classic Porsche 911 RSR. Steal victory from him, and that car is yours.
Well, but that's the car I'm using, isn't it? No, well, and it seems that it's the best one that I have. It's just that I feel like it is an issue, the fact that it cannot really reach top speed, but maybe it has to do with that upgrade that I bought. I don't remember which one it was. Oh wait, hold up. Oh, it's because... Oh, no, never mind, it's fine. And also, the engine swap apparently is the thing that made everything else... Damn, now I feel silly. And you can turn it into a works car. Or no. I guess no, it doesn't let you. Okay, well, fuck you. I guess it's too old for that. Alright, whatever. Let me do this shit so we can hopefully be done with this. But this is probably gonna be very long as well, these 6 races.
Okay, this could be tricky. Don't sleep on Powers either. He's fast, so good luck, alright?
I don't think my issue is gonna be that guy. My issue is gonna be the 4 Shelby Cobras or whatever.
Green light!
Those are the real problem. The problem is that you still don't have a 6th gear. You are really missing a 6th gear here, mister. I mean, you cannot make miracles in the engine, I guess. Oh, well, at least now that the boss here is not gonna be an issue. But yeah, I mean, at that point, since Especially, I remember that one of the races in the other competitions in Legends had Monza, which is basically like very long straights. So with something like that, this car is not gonna win in its current state. Like, there is simply no way. So, well, which one is this one? That's a Chevrolet, a Corvette Stingray. So maybe that one fully upgraded is a better idea. I mean, at this point I'm just not sure which one is worth picking, but it doesn't seem to be that straightforward what's the best idea, but certainly not this one, I guess. Okay, fuck, dude. Well, at least let me just be done with this. Wait, no, fuck. Well, actually, no. This one is not gonna work out with this. No, I meant to go... fuck. I meant to go to this one to finally finish it. Although, in Road America, no... Okay, no, hold up. I do need a car that can handle straights properly here, and none of these shits can do it. So, should I just get the... Wait, where is it? 4? It's not under 4. No, it's under Shelby. You have 2 of them. Apparently this... Oh, and... No, hold up. This one seems to be the best one, isn't it? I mean, at least in top speed... Well, the acceleration is also very good. I guess I should just pick this one. Can you even upgrade it, I wonder? Because like that, I don't think it's gonna be much better. Hey, it seems like you can... Oh, hold up, should I do the engine swap first? Yeah, because this removes all of your... Yeah, at least you get refunded, I guess. Though, is the engine swap... I didn't mean to do that. Is the engine swap even worth it, I wonder? I don't know, maybe not. It's pretty clear here that upgrades are kinda mandatory. Well, not really, but these cars by themselves are just very awful to drive. Alright, come on. Just get everything that you can. It's still weird to me that it works on a... Well, it says it there works unavailable, but... Yeah, I'm not sure why you even have the bar if it's gonna be unavailable, right? Alright, so can I finally please finish this shit in Road America? Or is this also gonna struggle with reaching the top speed? Like, it will reach the top speed and cannot go any further. Like, I just need a car here that has a decently high top speed. Oh, and I have an Nitro as well. Well, that's nice. Yeah, this one is a different story, but the issue is that damn, the handling is fucking shit, dude. I guess it was to be expected, but... Yeah, the handling is horrible. Fuck. But I mean, you cannot have everything, I guess, but... Yeah, at least the top speed is quite something. It reaches 300 kilometers per hour. But yeah, every time that a corner shows up, you have to start braking pretty early. I mean, it all depends on the track, really. For something like this, picking this car makes sense because it's all about top speed. You have very long straights, and yes, you do have a lot of slow corners, but for the most part you can deal with that. Like, the thing is that the time that you lose on the corners is not even close compared to the insane amount of time that you lose on the straights for not having a fast enough car. For example, that in a lot of cars it's a corner that you don't even need to brake, but you do need to brake with this thing. Ah, fuck me, dude. That's so frustrating. Yeah, I wanna keep going, because especially in the main straight I should be able to get ahead of at least most of these guys. I would like to obliterate you right there, but it wouldn't do me that many favors. Though yet again my rival is a fucking Shelby Cobra, dude. Well, actually, this one is also a Cobra, the car I'm using. Maybe. I will have to change the design, because, well, I mean, it's ugly no matter how much paint you give it, but right now, like, basically being on plain, like with a plain color, it's even uglier. Let's put it a racing paint to try to hide its ugliness. But man, this car is probably one of the ugliest ones in the game, and that's saying something, because there are a lot of contenders, but man, this shit is like... It's like it was trying to park and it crashed with the wall on the rear, and that's the result. What an ugly car, holy shit. It will unfortunately be the one that will give me victory, so I guess I shouldn't make fun of it too much. I think the Porsche wouldn't be a problem if it could have one more gear. But I mean, it's not as simple as saying that, obviously. I mean, if the engine doesn't have the power, there is not much that you can do, you know. You cannot invent power where there is none. I mean, you can help it with nitro and shit like that. Yeah, miracles cannot be made. So I don't have the fastest lap. That's because my previous lap was pretty shit. But what about this?
Feels good to be a winner, doesn't it?
Interestingly, that's not extremely far from my lap in the Porsche Spider yesterday on the Endurance. I mean, it is kind of far, but considering that it's supposed to be a super slow car, it's, you know, very good. Alright, what do you have to make you less ugly? It's pretty hard to not make you ugly. Honestly, you're trying your best. On being ugly, I mean. I guess I could go for this one. Sure. I don't think it's possible to not make that car ugly. Also, this one is 70, so this one cannot enter, right? You know, unfortunately not. Yeah, no. Well, let's enter this one then. And for the other one, there was another Porsche that I think was the best idea.
Don't sleep on Powers either. He's fast, so good luck, all right?
Yeah.
There's the green. Come on, nail this one.
and immediately overtaking him. Pretty cool. Here, yeah, on even corners like that are pretty fast, yeah, you just gotta control this car. You gotta tame it. I was saying that the Dodge Challenger like was very hard to tame, but this one is, it does its best, you know. Like, it has all this power that he wasn't meant to have, but he has it. It is a little bit of a pain in the ass, honestly, doing this corner super slow, but I feel like it's a lot more painful to go on a straight and have to be completely locked from going fast. Not to mention that if they use old tracks, a lot of old tracks have very fast sections, so for the most part being able to go fast on those straights is gonna be a lot more meaningful. The problem here is that these are gonna be very long races. Now you can already tell here it's a more or less a 2-minute lap, and they are 5 laps, so this, okay, this race alone will take 10 minutes. And they are 6 in total, so yeah, that's not very positive. That makes me think that it might not even be possible to finish the Legends thing today, which is pretty sad, but it might be the case. No, my objective is finishing the Legends thing today, so no matter what, that will happen. Whether the game likes it or not, it will happen. I don't understand why they make these races so long. I don't think it makes any sense. I guess it makes sense for them. These are, aside from the endurances, obviously, these are the longest races in the game. Like, I don't think that there have been any other races reaching the 10-minute mark. Here they just don't mind doing that. And it is quite annoying. What can you do? I mean, the endurances already are annoying, the fact that they exist, but yeah. So I just realized that, well, not now, I mean, on the previous race I realized that the name of this car has the name of Daytona in it. So here I wonder if, you know, Daytona was meant to be the track this thing is originally used on. Like the Daytona Oval. This was originally an oval car. I mean, considering how shit it is to steer with this, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, it was basically like one of the original NASCAR cars. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but at least it fits the basic description of like a super fast car with an extremely shitty handling, which is pretty much what NASCAR cars are. It seems pretty clear here that if the track is gonna have long straights, like none of my opponents are an issue. Like I can very easily outspeed them all. And they are not even close. So here I guess the fact that they are not even close is gonna be even more pronounced considering that these are long races. So the distance is gonna look bigger and bigger every time. I also wasn't expecting the Legends category to be able to have a car like this one that goes this fast. Regardless of how fast it is, like it still has the same issue that I mentioned at the beginning when I started playing the Legends category, that the cars are extremely annoying to drive, and this one is not an exception. But hey, at least I think it could be worse. Like it could be slow on top of being annoying to drive, so at least it's only, quote unquote, only annoying to drive. Could be worse. So this is the final lap. I'm praying that the other races are not gonna be that long, but yeah, I don't think my prayers are gonna be answered whatsoever. So that's quite a distance between us. I do wonder if in any of these races I will have to actually fight for the lead, because aside from how good this car could be, this could also just be a track where the AI is not good, and that's the end of that, you know? Yeah, almost 10 minutes. Very, very annoying.
We won! Good job, man! Nice drive!
I expect that to be the case in every single race here. Well, 5 laps on this one, I think it's probably gonna be shorter.
Come on, deep breath, focus, get ready.
No,
you can
or
win this.
is it? I don't know. Will it be shorter? probably not. Just that I feel like this track is shorter than the previous one we just did. Yeah, I could be completely wrong. The problem here is that I think this is the first time I do this track at night time, right? Being able to spot the chicanes is gonna suck. Well, or spot any corner for that matter. That's not gonna be very nice. So pretty fucked up of you to already throw a night race on the second race. Is you really... Oh, that's gonna... Okay. That'll work, but yeah, that's also another problem on top of being able to spot the corners, that I will have to start braking very early with this if my idea is not hitting the wall face first. And that's impossible to see, dude. Like, there is no way. Like, this track at nighttime is a nightmare. It really is. I mean, there are no lights at all. At least you can see the braking references, but I guess here I will have to start picking which one I should do. This is a shorter track than the previous one. Not by a lot, but it is indeed shorter. Every time I do a chicane, it's gonna be suffering. It's pretty funny using the brakes at full speed. It's like trying to stop a boulder from falling from a cliff. But at least, as you already know, even if I had an accident that would make me lose my tires, it's not an issue. You can just respawn. Well, here I could try to make one of these laps into the one that gives me the best line, perhaps. Though it's pretty hard to control this thing, so even if sometimes I try to go for the best line, it all depends on how the car feels like when it comes to listening to what I tell it. But at least I did dominate all the corners. That's something. Almost forgot this was that. That's fine. That would have been worse. Yeah, even staying straight is hard with this thing. Like, it just wants to lose control so badly. Like, really wants to go wild. I think it's gonna be impossible with this car to get the best line bonus. It's way too unruly. It does what it wants. It doesn't listen to orders. Doesn't feel like it. That was a pretty cool drift, at least. And I looked like I was dead, but no. I actually wasn't. I fucked up. It's okay, we can respawn, don't worry about it. That hit that was pretty much a race ending. Oh, wait. Oh, that's pretty interesting. So my tires are still there, but what's not there are my front lights. So if I already could not see shit, I can see even less right now. Damn, that's wild. That's like playing in hard mode, except that I'm already playing in hard mode. It's pretty much like playing in very hard. You know, I was not expecting that. Well, actually the entirety of the front of my car is missing here. Well, don't worry, if you think that you cannot see shit, worry not, I can see the same as you do. Which is, yeah, not nothing. Well, nothing, I mean, yeah, I can see a little bit. That's messed up. And here you can also tell how poorly illuminated this track is. Like the fact that you have those billboards, but that's it, like that's the only source of light you have. Everything else is completely in the dark. That doesn't seem very safe, honestly. I understand that it will be very expensive and all of that, but come on, dude. Yeah, that's a very, I guess, messed up mistake of the UI to make the check mark completely block the corner, because it's the same thing that happens often. I think that that's a straight, but no, it's that corner. It's that chicane. Well, at least hopefully the next race is not on nighttime. At least, well, even if it is on nighttime, I should be able to have my front lights back, you know? That's very wild.
Excellent stuff. That was a great win.
So how much of my car is left? Yeah, as expected. I'm surprised that it's still going. Okay, so now we're going to Hockenheim.
We can win this. Come on, I'll call the green.
Well, Hockenheim in a version with very long straights. I think it's supposed to be like the old version or something. These are all 5 laps, it seems.
Green, that's the green light. Push, push, push.
There is only one corner that I haven't mastered here to be able to master the track. Yeah, In tracks like this, the top speed is absolutely mandatory. If I were to bring that Porsche in here, it wouldn't be able to do shit. Yeah, this thing is a different story. These are also very long straight, so it seems that it will just take a while to go through the whole lap once. So what's the corner that I wasn't able to master here? Seems that it's right at the end. Though I'm mostly surprised that I even did this track. I don't remember having done this track. I mean, well, Hockenheim, yes, but not this particular version of Hockenheim. It's the very final corner, the one that I did not finish. Yeah, that's fine. I guess this one will definitely... Well, this one might be even longer than 10 minutes, but man, why do they do this? I just don't understand. Like, it really is like if it was a mini endurance, except with cars that absolutely suck to drive. So it's even worse than a regular endurance. At least I mastered that final corner, but yeah, here it will go to more than 10 minutes, like this race. What a pain in the ass, really. Oh, that's bad. Alright. Yeah, that's not a kata intended, so I gotta be careful with that. I mean, with these traits being so long, it's just very hard to even stop. Not to mention, there are no brake references, are they? Like, at least the previous track had the decency of having them. This one doesn't seem like it has them. Unless you look at the trees as a brake reference, but I don't think that's a very good one. Okay, this one has brake references at least. It was only that one corner that didn't have any brake reference. Why? What's wrong with that corner? Why cannot it have them? Well, at least the good thing here is that I think I should be able to get the car that this guy has, because if it's like the drag events that, because they are DLC for some reason, that bug that doesn't let me unlock the career mode cars, like it's not gonna be there. So I could use that Porsche for the remaining competition here in the Legends category, but I mean, if it's the same, and it seems like it's the same Porsche Carrera that I was using, like, it's just gonna struggle in 200 kilometers per hour, right? Like, unless you have like illegal parts, could be. See, I cannot use this one that I'm using now, because this one is supposed to be a lot older. It is a way older car, like it's from the 60s, while the remaining competition is for cars that are from the 70s. I really wonder whoever was in charge of this DLC, why they thought that making long races was a good idea with these slow-ass cars. Because I mean, it's not like you needed to pad content, it already has enough. And you have 8 whole group of events, which is the most amount of events, ignoring the drift group of events, right? It's the most amount, so why do you have to do every race so long? Because it's not just here, it's in general. A lot of the races are very long here. Well, the interesting thing is that this tournament here by itself is longer than a single endurance, which is very messed up. I think that already tells that you went a little bit far with the length. It's a shame that the fastest way to do them, which is by using a car like this, essentially renders them completely free. I'd rather get done with them as fast as possible rather than having an exciting race. Cause, well, not to mention that I think that there is quite a big disparity. Well, you can see right there, the second place is pretty far from the rest, so you will have to be using a very, very specific car if you wanted these races to be actually close and interesting, you know? That's quite an issue. It's very possible that at this rate it just will not be enough to finish the game tomorrow, because there is one more works competition, the 2 Nürburgring endurances, and then the GT1 thingy, plus the time attack races that are left, and those are even hard to do. So I have a feeling it will not be enough, which kinda sucks. So I really didn't want to extend this for too long. I mean, it already got extended for longer than I thought, but yeah. will be even worse. Oh, so this ended up being 11 minutes instead of 10. Then, nice job.
Excellent stuff. That was a great win.
Excellent stuff is precisely what I wouldn't tell to the ones that thought that this was a good idea. Alright, 5 laps at Soldler. I don't know, whatever it was called. Well, at least this track should be shorter than the previous ones. And I'm assuming that one of the remaining ones will probably be Monza as well. If it's Monza, it should also not be that long. Especially not with this car. I have no clue what tracks they are gonna pick for this. So doing all of these chicanes is gonna be quite annoying with this car. They confirmed that this one will be a lot shorter. It seems that they just, you know, came up with the idea of giving the races on this tournament 5 laps and that's it. It seems that they didn't think it further. Just put 5 laps on everything. That makes sense. It dominated that corner. I think the only corner remaining to dominate is the second chicane, right? I think. Yeah, that one is rough. Oh, that's a cut. Be careful here, guys. Yes, there are a lot of chicanes. Like, a lot of stuff here can be skipped, so don't do that. Well, at least they were nice enough to put asphalt there on the side of that corner. Would have been worse. At least that one didn't count as a cut, but yeah, the limits on some chicanes really seem to be all over the place. They don't seem to make that much sense. I'm stupid, I'm braking too early. It's like I'm losing focus. Hard to avoid. So this at least will be less than a 9-minute race, but I mean the fact that it even reaches close to 9 minutes is a little bit bad. A little bit messed up. I also wonder what happens now. It probably is a horrible idea to use this car for the time attack events that are remaining. There is no way that would be a good idea. Not to mention that I don't even know if you're allowed, because I think that thing asks for a road car, and I don't think this one will count as a road car, whatever that means. I cannot dominate that corner. It cannot happen. Just refuses to happen. So all these people waving flags in the background. Don't you have your arms a little bit tired of doing that? You know that waving a flag, especially of that size, it's not very easy, you know. It requires some strength, and doing it constantly is like you're asking for your arm to break. Last chance to dominate this corner. No, I cannot. It's just not possible. No, well, certainly doesn't help that I'm using this car, you know. With other cars maybe, but with this one, most likely not. Well,
Amazing driving out there, man.
at least it was closer to 8 minutes than to 9. Could have been worse. Okay, Monza to be expected. 5 laps is gonna be a lot shorter than a lot of the previous races, without a doubt. Keep in mind that this version of Monza is mostly straights. The corners are also extremely fast corners. Though with this car you will need to rake. A nice deal. You see, otherwise that happens. But yeah, for the most part these are straights. And that's what this car is made for. Okay, master that corner. It wasn't very good, but it's fine. So I think the guy behind me, at least it's supposed to be my rival, but I guess how he does in Monza will tell me how good he's gonna do on the other competition that is left here. This corner is way too long to know exactly what the optimal racing line is. So this is more or less the same time it took to do the previous race, essentially. The previous lap. No, the previous race. No, that's fine then, sorry. Right now my brain is struggling a little bit, please understand. It's trying its best. It simply struggles to pull it off, you know. It's trying. It's certainly trying. Yeah, brain. Yeah, in fact, I don't know what's gonna happen when I'm done with this game, how my brain is gonna handle other games. It's like the racing chip has been, you know how those monitors that are a certain type, I don't know exactly which ones, but usually they experience burn-in, right? Well, that's pretty much what's happening with me and driving. My brain is getting burn-in, and it's probably only gonna be able to no, but it's fine. I mean, to be fair, off the stream I played a shoot 'em up, so I'm fine, don't worry about it. Well, I shoot 'em up and I also play Ragnarok online, you know? But I think I should be fine. And that shoot 'em up... See, here's the thing, I'll tell you my plan. My plan, if everything goes right, is to finish this game tomorrow. It probably won't happen though, because with the remaining events, I don't think it will be enough, unfortunately. So let's assume that that's the case, right? If I do finish it tomorrow, that means that on Saturday I will be able to play something else, and that something else, considering that it's also the day where my camera arrives, I could play Blue Revolver, since it's the game that I use the layout with the biggest camera, basically, you know? So I could do that. Just to, you know, mostly test the camera. But I could also play that shoot 'em up that I'm talking about. Because the problem is that for that one, I'm still not really sure what layout I should go for. But it's a weird layout that it already has in the game. But I guess I could also test the camera with that, because it's not like you need the camera to be big to test if it works properly, you know? But I hope it comes on Saturday. If it doesn't comes, it's what I say about my brain, you know? If it doesn't come on Saturday, I could play maybe Project Diva You know, I've been thinking also of playing Muse Dash. It's been so long since last time I played Muse Dash. And the interesting thing is that the two Muse Dash videos that I have are some of the most viewed in the channel, well, outside of the ones that are actually the most viewed, right? Like, it doesn't compare to initially Outrun and F-Zero, but... well, F-Zero 99 to be precise. But the point is that after that they are kinda there. Not like that means that I expect a lot of people to show up out of nowhere, but I do think that it's gonna be nice to play it again after a while. Though, unlike those videos that I have there that were about specific achievements, I wouldn't really have anything to showcase. Unless I try to replicate those achievements, just that one of them is super hard to replicate. And the other one, yeah, it's also hard to replicate, so yeah, I guess unless I simply upload a full combo, it's kinda useless. Yeah, I guess that's something I could do, like if I full combo an 8 stars or 9, well, I kinda know that I can do a 9 stars, and especially after not having played for so long, but... in fact, actually full combo in an 8-star song is already not gonna happen. Like, I think the maximum I can full combo without much trouble is 6 stars in Muse Dash. So yeah, I don't know. But it's a chance, it's a possibility, assuming the camera does not arrive on Saturday. I could do one day Project Diva and the other one Muse Dash. Or I could even play the new shoot 'em up. It's just that shoot 'em up, since I haven't played it before on stream, I wouldn't want to not have a camera, you know? Like with Project Diva and Muse Dash I don't mind, especially because they are games where not having the camera is also an improvement, because sometimes I block very little, but I kinda block some things, you know?
We won! Good job, man! Nice drive!
Alright, this one is the final race of this championship. Hopefully it's not a pain in the ass. Okay, this track... So what's with this track?
Bruin's fast downhill sweeps, and the hairpins after are insane, so make the most of this one.
Hold up. Wasn't this the race that we started the championship with, or am I going insane? Am I going insane?
Green, down that first corner, come on!
Maybe I am, but... I don't know, am I? Am I going insane? I'm pretty sure that we started with this track. I guess it was at daytime instead of sunset, but was it really necessary to do it twice? Like, I feel like doing it once we already got the message. Yeah, we started with this. Man. It's fine. Well, that adds to the lunacy of not only, you know, having a length that is way bigger than how it should be, but also repeating tracks just because. Like, come on, dude. Again, this is supposed to be a DLC, and it really is the weakest content in the game by a long shot. Well, the drag races are probably worse, but the thing is that those are also DLC, so it's what I was saying earlier, that the DLCs of this game are a fucking scam. Well, I mean, most DLCs are a scam. Yeah, this one is like... I mean, at least having the new tracks, I guess that's the most valuable thing about the DLC, the new tracks. Because the cars, like, sure, if you're a fan of old cars, it's pretty nice, but most of them are trash to drive, as you will expect, because they are supposed to be all cars. And the career events are shit too, so yeah, you really... Well, not to worry, because you cannot purchase the DLC of this game anymore, or the game itself. This is a game that has been long since retired from purchase, so you don't have to worry about it. But if it was available for purchase, I'll tell you, get the game and do not waste your money on the DLCs. Like, do not, they are not worth it. Not every DLC can be like Project Viva Mega Mix, where you basically unlock like almost half of the songs, which sounds bad, but considering that the base game already has 150 songs or something like that, I will say that it's a good deal. Especially with how fucking expensive rhythm games are, dude. I think I already talked about this, but games that are not expected to sell well and are made by big companies, like, basically ask for a ridiculous price, and that essentially encompasses rhythm games, fighting games, and shoot 'em ups. Like, dude, there is a collection of shoot 'em ups that I wanna play that is on Steam, that is for the Ray Force games, and it's at $50 fucking dollars. That's the normal price. On sale it's at 25, which is still crazy, but like, it's 3 old shoot 'em ups, 3 old shoot 'em ups. How do you sell them for $50, dude? Like, what makes you think that's a good idea? But that's the thing, it's because they know precisely that it's not gonna get purchased by anyone other than enthusiasts, that they know that the few people interested will probably spend the money. So they have to do that, and with rhythm games it's the same thing. I mean, I will argue that out of fighting games, shoot 'em ups and rhythm games are probably the most popular of the bunch. But the thing is that rhythm games, I think that for the most part, most of the population is in Osu, if you consider that a rhythm game. And arcade games like Beatmania with like a subscription model and all of that shit. So the ones that are on Steam, I think that are not very populated at all. That includes Project Viva. Though Project Viva is probably simply because of Miku's popularity, is probably one of the ones that probably has the most amount of people. Probably. I don't know. But regardless, my point is that if you travel back in time, do not purchase this game's DLC. It's a bad idea. And to think, I feel like the craziest thing is that, you know, I spent a lot of time on this game that I didn't really need to if my only objective was beating it. but I ended up doing it because I felt like it. But the interesting thing is that there are still so many more Need for Speed games remaining, though none of the remaining ones is like this one. This is the last one in the series that tries to be a simcade. Every other one is essentially a most wanted adjacent in one way or another. Some more similar to most wanted than others, but it's still essentially that, like police chase and all that shit. So yeah, the thing is that they are still a lot, yeah, even more wanted. Well, and one of them literally called Most Wanted. I still wanted. I don't think that song will be allowed to be in the modern ones. I think that they probably don't have the rights for it. Though you know that if you enjoy the story of Most Wanted, Carbon and Undercover, I'm pretty sure that a lot of the following games have a story like that, just not the immediately following ones. Like the immediately following ones are... Well, actually, no, The Run is the next game in the series. I think that game has a story like that too. I'm not sure because obviously I never played it, but what I do know is that that game, the 2015 Need for Speed, and I think Need for Speed Heat, they all have a story. Well, and I'm pretty sure that Unbound also has a story. But yeah, if you enjoy that more, don't worry, there will be many like that. There certainly will. Can we finally be done with this? Yes, there is still some corner left and all of that. The sooner we get there, the better it is. Well, at least that's the end of the tournament, so yeah, hallelujah. Cause fuck this.
That's how you get the job done.
Gee, that's how you get the show done, spending a whole fucking hour on it. Okay, so yeah, you unlock this one, which is the same Porsche that I have, but this one is called Team Need for Speed. I also got some cash, I guess. So... yeah, we have to do this shit, 70s shitty stuff. So, I mean, it just seems that compared to this one, it's not worth it, but if it can reach a faster speed, I'm gonna try. I'm most likely not gonna use it, but I wanna see.
Great win last time. Come on, let's push for 2 in a row.
Like, in this one, for what I remember last time I played it, it was with another Porsche that you need to do this. But we will see how this one does.
Green light.
The important thing is that this thing doesn't get stuck at 200 kilometers per hour. Okay, it has a 6th gear, so it won't. Is it the fastest one possible, I wonder? Well, you're not very fast if you do that, you stupid bitch. Now that those guys have overtaken, I guess it's a good idea. I guess, yeah, those are the Porsches I was talking about. Now, believe it or not, even though it doesn't have the shape of a typical Porsche. Those things, like the guy that is in third and the one that is in first, those are Porsches. So, God damn. Yeah, and that guy that just overtook me as well. So, are they faster? Because yeah, I fucked up multiple times here, but... Oh, someone died. Oh well. Too bad. You cannot really take this at full speed even with this car. These guys kinda feel like they are faster though. So it might be a good idea to simply get that car. It's the Porsche 914. So yeah, let me check. Car lot. Like here you only have this one. Yeah, the Ford. Oh, Nissan, not either. It's just that it's weird. Like, I'm assuming that it's fully customized or something, because it's very clearly not better by default. Then again, it's not worth anything to purchase it. But I'm assuming it's because you can fully upgrade it. So if I fully upgrade this thing, is it really gonna be better? I mean, it's worth trying. Yeah. Still don't know if the engine swap... Well, it's supposed to be from... No, see, that's the thing, because it swaps the engine of what's apparently the... Like the other car. Like, and you wouldn't want that, I think. Probably. Or maybe you would, I don't know. I'm not knowledgeable enough, you know? Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming you don't have the works. So this thing, I guess I could also change its appearance, because I feel like it. So, what do you have? They are all kinda ugly, honestly. I guess the white one doesn't look that bad. No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so here. Is this a good idea? The other car could reach 250 kilometers per hour.
Not long to the green light. Get ready. Come on.
How much can this thing reach? Or maybe the issue is that the other Porsche that I have, I should not use the engine swap. I don't know.
Green, that's a green light. Push,
I
push,
want to
push.
see this one first. Okay, it does have a 6 gear. It is fast. Then it actually, holy fuck, alright. So then it's very misleading to... Well, I guess it has very awful steering, yes, but this reaches 300 kilometers per hour, like, you know, for free. Like, it doesn't care, just reaches them. Alright, so this one is clearly the answer. I kinda knew that already from the first attempt with the... like back when I used the Ford, like a Ford that I only use for that and nothing else. Yeah, this is in fact, I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that the handling is awful, this could easily compete with like a lot of modern cars. Yeah, unfortunately the handling is what completely makes it unable. But it's another Porsche. The Porsche propaganda remains. Now I do hope, though, judging by the fact that this is a 5-lap race, I'm assuming that the remaining races are also gonna be like that, right? Probably. It would be nice if it wasn't the case, but yeah, it will most likely be the case. Well, and here, not just the fact that the car is extremely fast, but yeah, also extremely faster than everyone else's. But at this point, as I said, I don't really care that much about what the other cars do. I care more about just being done with these fucking events, you know? This one also sounds like the engine is suffering a lot. Well, I do wonder here if a track that isn't like this one, that is basically a parade of straight lines, if another track shows up that has more corners, I don't think this thing will do well at all. Though it does have a very good acceleration, so even with bad handling it will still do well, I wanna believe, but I don't know. Yeah, now I do wonder if the issue with the other Porsche is the fact that I had the engine swap. Maybe without the engine swap it will actually work well. I don't know. Maybe. Because at least judging by the amount of points that other Porsche has, it feels like it should be able to do this same thing that this one is doing, but it doesn't feel like it. That's gonna hurt. No problem. That's just, you know, it just scratched the paint a little bit, okay? No problem. Well, the good thing is that this car seems to be... Hold up. Is this car actually faster than the one I used for the other competition, like which one was it? The Ford Cobra or whatever. Like, this one seems like it is faster. So I mean, simply looking at the lap time, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like this. So I could have done that other shit even faster. Well, great to know, I guess. Not really, because it's a little bit late. Also, there's something that I don't know if you should saw there when you get past the finish line. There is like the start of an oval, that's a very big wasted opportunity to not have the oval here. Monza's oval is probably one of the most exciting ones in the world, and that's precisely because of how fucked up it is. It's basically an abomination of an oval, and it's like a dead trap, but it's so cool as well. And this game doesn't have the variant with the oval. Essentially, when it comes to the oval, you can drive it on its own, like just do the oval and that's it, but there's also a combined variant that combines both the regular track and the oval, which is pretty amusing. Unfortunately, it's a wasted opportunity here because they didn't do it. Essentially, if you look at the right, this alternate path, well, no, that one goes to the pits, actually. No, not that one. The one after this that you're not gonna see now, I guess. There, to the right, that's where the oval starts. And that's such a cool oval. It really is. Wish more games casually had it. Wait, are you just gonna do the same tracks as the other one? Like, this is the same tournament that I just had? Is it pretty much is? Gonna have Hockenheim again, and then what? You're gonna repeat that one track with the chicanes, and then the Belgium track. Come on, dude. And fuck this DLC. This DLC sucks. A lot of balls. Many balls. Yeah, on top of the fact that you're also giving me 5 laps per race. So I guess you think that nothing else is enough. I think that before finishing today's stream, I kinda wanna see, simply to calculate tomorrow's. I want to see what the Dr. Pepper events are. So that way I know what to expect, like how much time I will need to allot for that. Because as it is right now, for the 2 Nürburgring endurances, I essentially will need 1 hour and 20 minutes. Then for the remaining works events, it probably will be like half an hour. So you have 1 hour and 50 minutes there. Then they just at the time attacks, I don't know how much they could try, because they could take, because they are actually hard to do. They will take multiple attempts most likely. Yeah, I think I cannot even calculate it, but at least by knowing what the Dr. Pepper shit is, I will be able to calculate it a little bit better, you know? Though, considering that the Dr. Pepper thing doesn't really affect the completion, I could simply ignore it, you know? Would probably be the smartest choice. So yeah, I feel like I'm doing faster with this car than what I was doing with the Shelby thingy, like the Daytona car. Despite the fact that I think that that car has a higher rating than this one. I guess the rating is a very fat lie. At least it didn't count as a cut. So you know that I just realized that if you look at the rear of this car, it kinda looks like a smiley face. You basically have the rear lights as the eyes, the Porsche logo as the nose, and the place that it's supposed to have the license plate that doesn't really have anything. That one is the mouth. It's like a happy face, you know. The Porsche here is very happy. I'm not sure what there is to be happy about because these races suck. But hey, I'm glad that at least you are happy, bro. Pretty nice. Looking at the lap time right now, I think it's actually very close to the one that the Shelby had. I think it's pretty much the same lap time. I mean, they are both cars that reach 300 kilometers per hour, and they are terrible at corners, so I don't think there's really that much of a difference here. I think it might be the same. That's, I mean, if anything, it's a good thing that I didn't really like waste time, because, you know, if I could have done it faster, then it would have been a little bit of a waste, but not really. I wouldn't have made it faster. Though it's pretty crazy how the difference with the second place is half a minute right now. I do wonder in the... like, I don't remember checking in the final tournament what was my distance with the second place, but right now it's kinda insane. Okay, that's a problem, because that's gonna be your second cut, but with the time that you lost here, it shouldn't. Alright, no, don't do donuts, please. Yeah, stop doing dumb shit. Alright. Wasn't my idea to do donuts, but just didn't want to get out of the sand. It's like a kid playing on a sandbox. I mean, sometimes it's hard to realize how shit the driving, the handling of this car is, because it seems that these tracks are gonna be the typical track with very long straights and very few corners. And the corners you will suffer them, but once you see the car going fast on a straight, it's like you kinda forget how shit it is. until the next corner comes. I don't know how many races this was. Like, was it 4? Was it 5? Certainly hope it wasn't 5. I know at least it wasn't 6. But it most likely was 5, and that's very annoying. Without a doubt. I remember that this was the race that essentially went to 11 minutes. At least this race is done.
We won, yeah!
Yeah, I legitimately think these are gonna be the same tracks as the final championship here. No, at least we got Silverstone, okay. That's original.
Hold your position off the line. Don't let anyone pass. I'll call the green.
So the thing about this track is a lot shorter than the previous ones, isn't it? At least shorter than the immediately previous one. Not sure if it's shorter than Monza though, I don't think it is. It's probably around the same length as Monza, I think. Problem is that the chicane... No, it's fine. No, it actually is the same... Yeah, I think even faster than Monza, yeah. It's what I thought, like Silverstone, at least this variant of Silverstone is not that long. So it's what I say before, it really feels like they just put 5 laps randomly, like they were like, how many laps should we give these events? 5. Let's just put 5 on every single one of the tracks, even if it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, but pretty nice, I guess. I'll be able to get the best line bonus here, I wonder. Yeah, I did. So basically the two corners on that final chicane are the two remaining to master. I really do hope that the next race is the last one. Will be ideal. It seems that those... That's a very hard ending, I guess. I guess now it's gonna be hard to guess which one will be the next race, because Silverstone wasn't in the final tournament, so I think that's already something that that won't be true no matter what. So it would be nice to have Brands Hatch as the next one, especially considering that. Wow, nice. Considering that we have Silverstone here, I think it will be quite fitting to have the last two tracks to be British. And not to mention that, as I also said before, Brands Hatch is a very underused track in this game. And Brands Hatch was also the track where the final event happened in Need for Speed Shift 1. So yeah, weird that here they kinda mostly ignore it. You know, I couldn't dominate any of the two corners there. Well,
We won! Good job,
at
man.
least that was a 7-minute race, so could have been a lot worse. But yeah, please tell me there's only one more. Okay, it's in the French one. Okay, sure.
Last win was amazing. Keep it up.
The question is, will this be the last one or not? I hope. It's also 5 laps here. I think this track is around the same length as the previous one, because this one is even meant to be the short version, it's not even the long one, so... Which, by the way, the long version has only been used once in the whole game. I really feel like this game really wastes so many tracks. It really wastes so many of them. And at the same time repeats so many other, well, as I was saying before, it repeats a lot of urban tracks over and over again. And I don't understand why. It seems like it's what it likes to do. Oops. That was pretty bad. It's okay, don't do donuts like last time and you should be fine. Yeah, actually, this one is gonna be even faster than Silverstone. Well, it would have been even faster if I hadn't gone off track. It is essentially a 1 minute race, so yeah, the lap time here is completely nonsensical. It makes no sense at all. Well, yeah, that's what nonsensical means, indeed. The point is that they just pick the number 5 randomly and then just applied it to every race for no reason. Pretty nice. But yeah, this one, at least under normal conditions, will be like a very close to 5 minute race. Now it's not gonna be because of how I fuck up that corner, but yeah, it could easily be like, well, this time it's gonna be probably close to 5 minutes and a half. I fucked it up again. That corner is just way too slow after such a long ass straight. It doesn't make no nonsense. Yeah, I agree. I don't think my brain will be able to process that triple negative to see what it ends up meaning, but yeah. I mean, my brain can barely process this corner at the beginning, so it does what it can. Go straight, it's a corner, though. I guess in a track like this, you're starting to see this car's weakness more. Like, this car so far has dominated like it's nothing, but yeah, when you start having more corners, you can see the struggle. Right now my biggest issue is the first corner. Like, it's this thing, like, you have to brake super early. Like, extremely early. Yeah, that's it, though. Here I also have to go quite slow, all things considered. Just that my opponents are also going slow here, so I guess it evens out. At least I mastered that corner there. It's something. Will you give me the best line bonus now? No, most likely not. Not even close, actually. Well, it would also be nice to master this first corner. This is also one of those corners that is extremely long, so yeah, mastering it most likely won't happen. And yeah, indeed it didn't happen. At least it's the final lap. Pretty weird to see a race like this one, you know? actually have a reasonable length in this category. It will be the case. They will be slightly more than 5 minutes and a half, but it's a very reasonable length, unlike basically every other one. Well, the Silverstone one was also reasonable, I guess. Would have been better, but could have been worse. Let's be done with it. Please tell me this is the final race, please.
Absolutely epic drive, man. That's
Yeah, very epic, but it will be even more epic if you tell me that this is the end of the tournament. It isn't. And this fucking track again with 5 laps, dude.
Not long to the green light. Get ready.
Oh, I want to murder whoever planify this shitty ass DLC. And planify, I think it's not even a word, but plan, that's the word. Planify is not a word, it's plan. Whoever planned this shitty ass DLC, I want to put my 2 hands around his neck. How can you make such a shitty ass DLC when the rest of the game is so well done? It's actually mind-blowing. Oh well. Well, at the very least, I did manage to beat Legends and Muscle Guest. This is gonna be only 10 more minutes, so like more than in time to end the stream there. But you know, as I say before ending it, I want to see what the Dr. Pepper shit is about. Ideally, I would want them for each one to be an individual race, but looking at the DLC logic, something tells me that it's gonna be more than that. So I don't know. Okay, at least on the right side, a track like this is extremely good for this car. That's essentially mostly what the idea is with these classic cars. The most important thing is top speed. Like, everything else is secondary, but top speed has to be there. Okay, that's... Well, it could have been worse, really. Like, that was a very sick 360, honestly. Like, that... Yeah, was obviously made on purpose. Don't worry about it. It was a control 360. I wonder back then how many people did dumb shit like that. Because back then there was basically no sense of safety for motorsport, so I wonder how many people just did tricks like 360, like not being aware that the slightest mistake will send them straight to, well, to I was gonna say to hell, but I mean maybe they were good people, right, so they wouldn't go to hell. The point is that it will send them to the other world, right? Yeah, the point is that yeah, these cars are not safe at all. It seems that with the mistakes I'm making, this will actually be 10 minutes clean. Like, it's not gonna be less like it should be, you know, it's actually gonna be 10 minutes. Well, who cares? Not like it makes that big of a difference. Like, it's gonna be annoying no matter what. I wanna see if I can get the best line bonus here. I mean, on the previous lap I almost got it, but can I get it now? I wonder. Oh, I thought this was the final lap, god damn it. Man, well, the next one at least is gonna be the final lap, but what a way to bait myself. Alright, so yeah, this will be enough to get the best line bonus. So the reason why I wasn't getting it earlier is because there is like one of the straights is essentially a 2-lane straight, and the best line according to the game is on the right. I guess this is hard to describe it. Like, there are 2 roads more than 2 lanes, and each of the roads has 2 lanes in them. So for the game, the optimal lane, the optimal line there is the right lane of the left road, which is something that normally you wouldn't go. You wouldn't think of that. Like, you would think it's either like the... Well, first of all, it's hard to figure out there's a second road in the first place, but Even once you figure that out, you will think the optimal one is the left lane of the left road, but no. Well, I won't count as master, really. I did that pretty badly. Yeah, as you say. I mean, that works for me. Yeah, this one, like, this is where the optimal line is. And it really doesn't make you think it's there, but it is. It's also, I guess, pretty cool that it's two completely different roads to make a straight. And like the other road joins later. Like, that looks cool, without a doubt. Alright, so yeah. We're finally done, and I hope it is the last race.
Wow, you really showed them out there. That's P1, we're the winners.
I feel like it should. I don't remember this tournament saying that it had 6 races. Yeah, it is the last one, thank God. So we're finally done with this piece of shit Legends category. So normally I will end the stream now, but I want to first check what this Dr. Pepper shit is. So there is a Hot Lap Glendale challenge and a Canyon Run. Okay, it seems that it's a single event. Each one is a single event? Do you get a loan car? Yeah, you get a loan car in each one. Okay, so this is short. That's good. I'm not gonna do it now, but like the good thing is that, yeah, these are very short events. So obviously, actually, no, let's do it now. I'm just gonna do it now. No fucks given.
I'll call the green. Get ready to push hard.
It's essentially single challenges and that's it, like, and these are like Dr. Pepper liveries. Then it feels weird to drive a car that more or less drives well. And it is not that big of a deal. It's a Chevrolet Camaro. It's not. It's still a very chunky car, but I guess it gets the job done. Though here the question is how hard it is to reach the target time. And maybe I'm here thinking that this is gonna be free and it won't be free. So I guess I didn't warn that, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of advertisement here of Dr. Pepper, so if you don't like advertisement, you should close your eyes. Alright, well, I almost beat the top time. It should be able to do it with this one. And yeah, this car is thankfully very easy to use. And I'm pretty sure that these cars are already available if you want them in, like, either in the shop or something. What I have no clue is when was this Dr. Pepper thing available, because it's not a DLC. It's like it was a time event or something, I don't know. But yeah, the thing is that if you want to play this, it's like you have to like copy a file into the games folder. Nice.
We won! Good job, man.
So yeah, very weird. But hey, I mean, it's additional content, and on top of that is the one that allowed me to get past that bug that locked everything. I don't think this counts towards the completion of... Wait, maybe it does, because it says 96, right? Or maybe I'm wrong. Alright, so this is a 3-lap race in, well, a random track, and that's it. Oh, so this Camaro is the one that you're gonna use for all of this, okay. Sure, I don't mind. So essentially for tomorrow, that will leave the 2 endurances at Nürburgring.
That's the green light. Go, go, go.
The Final Works Championship end the time attack and the shitty one. I mean, the only problem is time attack. Time attack is the only one that could be an issue. Everything else should be mostly fine. It's just, well, I don't know shitty one how hard it might be. Because you know that there are some races in shitty one that I actually struggle. Well, and there's also Nürburgring. In Nürburgring, if I use the Porsche Spider, and I will, I wonder, like, the AI at Nürburgring wasn't bad at all. That's the issue. Like, it's gonna be a constant struggle on that one. So I'm a little bit afraid, honestly. Like, it seems like it will be a struggle. And it's an endurance, so it's not like you can afford losing. And the worst part is that since there are two endurances on the same track, the most likely scenario is that the second one is on nighttime. And doing Nürburgring on nighttime fucking sucks. Many balls. A lot of balls. Too many of them to count. But yeah, like, tomorrow is gonna be probably a long stream, like, well, all of these are. I don't mind doing it since, you know, that it's a holiday. Today and tomorrow are holidays, so I don't mind doing long streams, but it's very likely that tomorrow's stream is gonna be 4 hours or more. If my idea is beating it tomorrow, of course. Because, yeah, that's the idea. That's obviously the idea. But yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I guess in a way, you could say that this challenge is fitting because today I pretty much did muscle cars and all cars, and this one I think that goes with the definition of muscle car. Oh, I got the best line bonus. Nice. That's pretty cool. Alright, so one more race and then we're done for the day. This also gives an interesting amount of cash as well. So the Canyon Run, it says Starlight, so it's at nighttime. Okay, yeah, I mean, this is an annoying track and even more annoying at nighttime, but it should be fine. Though it's not really nighttime, it's just sunset. Alright, sure. So yeah, let's be done with this, and then hopefully tomorrow we're done with whatever is remaining. Hopefully.
Green, green, green.
Though it's pretty clear that in terms of difficulty, these races are very low on that. Well, usually any time that you have a lone car, it tends to be free, because since you don't have a choice with the car, they cannot make the opponents too hard. Well, if they wanted to, they could, like they did in the first Shift game, but the way this game is they want to make sure that you can beat everything. So if they give you a car and you're not allowed to change it like here, they will make sure that you can win. Like, they won't make it too hard at all. I mean, driving a car like this feels so liberating after driving all the garbage that I drive today. Like, it feels so weird to drive a normal car for once. Holy shit. So I'm thinking that the order of events for tomorrow, I was thinking of starting with the endurance, but I think I need a warm-up before that, so I probably will start with the Works Championship, also using the Porsche Spider. And then after that, I do the 2 endurances, since I also will use the same car. Then I guess I will pray to the heavens to beat the time attacks. And then it's time to close it out with GT1, and then that's it. That's the game. There's not much more to, well, there's nothing more to do, I guess. Not in the career mode, at least, unless you want to obviously replay events you have already beaten, which you could, of course. Also, you know that since we're here with the topic of Dr. Pepper, you know that I haven't drunk a single Dr. Pepper in my life, right? And that's because in my country it hasn't really existed for a very long time. Like basically here, if you want to drink something like that, it's either Coca-Cola or Pepsi. There are also some national brands as well, but you didn't have Dr. Pepper back then. I think you do have it now, but the thing is that nowadays I don't drink anything that isn't water or flavor water. So something like this that is soda, I don't drink it. Or carbonated water or whatever the fuck you wanna call it. I don't. But yeah. It's something that I guess once in my life will be nice to try. I mean, it's one of those things that I could... Nah, that's not the type of channel I have. But since it will be the first time I try one, it will be nice to make a video about it, right? Like a guy trying Dr. Pepper for the first time. I honestly expect it to taste like shit, but... you know... My expectations are pretty low for... Basically anything that I haven't tasted, I have low expectations by default. It's not a good mindset to have, but if it's something I'm not familiar with, my expectations are low, by definition. And I don't think that there are many people that talk very highly of Dr. Pepper either, so... well, except for the nerds that watch Steins Gate, because for some reason that show shields Dr. Pepper, I think. But yeah, aside from that, I'm not so sure. Also, I don't know why I call people that watch Steins Gate nerd as if I hadn't watched anything similar, right? Sorry, I apologize. Anyways, so these Dr. Pepper challenges count for the career completion. So that means that you either are gonna go above 100% or like it's gonna stay on 100% even when there are events that you have not done. Well, pretty funny either way. So for now, my plan is I start with the final Works Championship tomorrow, then the 2 Nürburgring endurances, then somehow the time attack, and then the final championship on GT1. I hope I manage to do all of that tomorrow. I am willing to stream for longer even to make sure that happens. By the way, what is my camera doing? Oh, my camera is there, nice. I don't know for how long it's been there, but yeah, pretty funny. Anyways, I'm out for today, so thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream, which could potentially be the final stream of this game. So have a good one and take care.